This scheme of yours has failed, Lord Sidious.
This turn of events is unfortunate. We must accelerate our plans.
My lord, is that legal?
I will make it legal.
Good evening, America. I'm the Big Red One guy reminding you that together we must break the machine. Well, in case you think that it couldn't happen, 49 states are starting to enroll illegal immigrants onto the U.S. taxpayer voting rolls. Okay? So Democrats keep telling you that can't happen, that's illegal, and no matter how much we bitch and cry about it, nothing is getting done about it. So in 49 states, they're starting to register illegal immigrants to vote. And got an article by the Daily Caller that's going to get into it. I'm going to read just a little bit of it, and it's going to just tell you exactly how this is happening. So uh, let's get into it. It's an opinion piece by the Daily Caller, written by Mary Rook. Election conspiracy theory Dem said wasn't happening is in 49 states. Democrats insist that illegal immigrants are not eligible to vote and therefore will not. However, that's not the whole story. And now Republicans are rushing to end the secret way the Biden administration is allowing millions of illegal immigrants access to voter registration. The New York Post recently reported that illegal immigrants in 49 states are being provided voter registration forms through welfare offices and other agencies without having to prove valid U.S. citizenship. Saw this shit coming. Ex post by John Michael Waller. Welfare offices in 49 states are handing out voter registration applications to illegal aliens. No proof of citizenship required. That's, I guess he must have been the author from the New York Post article. Goes on to say these states are working under the National Voter Registration Act, the NVRA of 1993, which required State Department of Motor Vehicle offices to register voters when applicants apply for a driver's license. Although it is illegal to falsely claim U.S. citizenship, a person is not required to provide proof of citizenship to register. This is also in practice at welfare offices. The only state that doesn't allow this practice is the border state of Arizona. Republicans in the House Administration Committee are attempting to stop the flood of illegal immigrants receiving voter registration through the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, the SAVE Act. They recently approved the SAVE Act, which would require anyone registering to vote through the DMV, welfare agencies, or other avenues to provide valid proof of U.S. citizenship before receiving their voter registration. Yeah, that's not going anywhere with the ineffective Republicans in Senate and the Democrats having control of the Senate. It would never get through it, and it would never get to the president's desk, and he would never sign it. This is it is undeniable that the current structure makes it possible for illegal immigrants and non-citizens to vote, and the American people have no way of knowing how widespread the problem may be. Heritage Action Executive Vice President Ryan Walker told the New York Post. Like clockwork, the left is calling the SAVE Act shameful, something that will undermine trust in the electoral process. Campaign Legal Center, a liberal leaning organization, essentially a Marxist organization, argued that the SAVE Act will force US citizens to jump through additional hoops. No, it wouldn't. To register to vote and could result in eligible US citizens being incorrectly prevented from voting. It's really simple. Okay. Because if you're a U.S. citizen, you will have a birth certificate, social security card, a whole bunch of different ways to prove your citizenship if that's what you have to do. Okay, and if you're an immigrant who's come here and immigrated here legally, once you get your citizenship, all of that stuff is you're given everything and stuff like that, official documentation to show your citizenship. So that's a crock of bullshit. And it says Democrats are facilitating an open border system that is not only resulting in the horrific rapes and murders of U.S. citizens, but they are also now fully aware that there are loopholes in our voter registration system, allowing illegal immigrants to gain access to our voting process. Shouldn't have to be a fight down party lines to ensure the integrity of U.S. elections. It's no longer a matter of whether illegal immigrants are going to vote in November, but how many. You know, some of us have been trying to tell people this for the longest time that this is what's coming. Okay. You have to understand that the Democrat Party is they're hemorrhaging black voters and Hispanic voters, and to an extent, some Asian voters. Okay. Even women are starting to come over a little bit. And, you know, it's tough for them, right? So what do? The whole open border policy is to replace that voter block. That they're you got to understand they're trying to get permanent power. Okay, so if you replace one voting block with a massive voting block like the amount of illegal immigrants we have, and you give them the ability to vote, you've just replaced all the blacks and Hispanics that you lost, right? So like even with all the shit going on, even first and second generation Latinos, or what do you call it, that immigrated here legally, they're like, send these motherfuckers back. We don't want them. Sorry, America, I need to take a drink there. I was losing my voice. So what you have to understand, okay, is that this is just a plot to replace one voting block to another, and to make these people beholden to the Democratic Party. If you give them voting rights, and you're giving them all kind of welfare and everything like that, they're beholden to you, right? So they'll continue to vote. It's what they did to the black and Hispanic American black and Hispanic population for like 70 years. They were doing that to us. So now that a lot of us have woken up, I mean, I've never been on that Democratic plantation, nor has my family, but now that we have woken up, it's dire straits for them, and it's happening at a massive level, and it's happening exponentially from one state to the next, where blacks and Hispanics are just kind of walking away. Anyway, I just wanted to update you, America. You have to go and write your state congressman, state senators, assemblies, whatever you got going on, and make sure that this shit doesn't go on. Write your congressman that reports to the swamp. Do all of that, okay, and make sure that they stay on top of this, because this is how they're going to replace the loss of black and Hispanic votes with illegal immigrants coming, and not just Hispanic illegal immigrants, the Chinese that are coming, the all the Muslims that are coming from terrorist nations and stuff like that. They'll have them locked in for decades, okay, voting as Marxists, because that's what they want. They want to continue the Marxist vote. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a quick update. I am the Big Red One guy, reminding you that together we must break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America.